of midnight sun we stand, bearded brothers hand in hand. Rocks and fjords, they hear our call. We rise together, never fall. Charity flows like rivers wide, hearts of gold we cannot hide. Unity in every deed, from every seed we plant a creed. Bearded villains we unite, in the darkest, coolest night. Brotherhood, our guiding light, we'll stand together, strong and breed. Bearded villains we unite, in the darkest, coolest night. Brotherhood, our guiding light, we'll stand together, strong and right.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to a special Wednesday night edition of The Heart of a Villain, the podcast and live stream devoted to the bearded villains worldwide brotherhood. And a Wednesday, because old BP ain't going to be here to be doing this tomorrow night. I'm going to be busy. So I needed to make sure we got this in. No excuses. Get in episode 244 of this here program. And plus, for good reason that we're going to time this out, because we need to promote an event that the Rocky Mountain Villains got going on this weekend, because my special guest coming up a little bit later is Turtle, the captain from the Rocky Mountain Villains, talking about a very cool event they've got coming up. Their first event that they're going to be putting on. All right, I think I'm back up and running. Here, folks. What do we think? What do you think we're up and running, I think we're up and running. I think we are back up and running. Hey, let's do this one more time. What do you say? We're gonna wrap this back up in a bow here, and we're gonna start fresh. So stand by one, and I'm gonna make this happen so it sounds and looks a little more professional here. All right, so here we go.
In the land of midnight sun we stand, bearded brothers hand in hand. Rocks and fjords, they hear our call. We rise together, never fall. Charity flows like rivers wide, hearts of gold we cannot hide. Unity in every deed, from every seed we plant a creed. Bearded villains we unite, in the darkest, coolest night. Brotherhood, our guiding light, we'll stand together, strong and breed. Bearded villains we unite, in the darkest, coolest night. Brotherhood, our guiding light, we'll stand together, strong and right.
Hey! Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Heart of a Villain, the podcast and live stream devoted to the bearded villains worldwide brotherhood. And we're back. It's a Groundhog Day, as Mars says. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. You are here for episode 244 of this here program. And it is a special Wednesday night edition because old BP is not going to be available tomorrow night on our normal Thursday night edition. So we've already had our fun little glitch for the night. It seems like, boy, I'm telling you what, every once in a while, and more often than not lately, I think I'm just going to have to completely reboot everything one day and just take everything down and just re-upload new software to everything and start from scratch, I think. Because if it's not one thing one night, it's another thing a different night, and something's not jiving or somebody's software isn't happy with some other piece of gear or something else. I guess that's the downside to having a whole bunch of gear. Sometimes it doesn't want to talk to each other. I don't know. I wish I knew, but that was the first time I've ever had that error. And I've had other errors. I've had other errors for sure, but this was the first time this one happened. So, but hey, we are back and we are ready to go on episode 244. Now, why was it so important for me to make sure I got this episode in? Because I wanted to make sure I had the interview in, locked and loaded, to share all the goodness and the cool stuff going on with the Rocky Mountain Villains, with my interview coming up in just a few minutes with Turtle, the capo of the Rocky Mountain Villains. They have a really cool event, their first big event coming up under the new structure of things there in Colorado, and so we're excited to help support them best we can with that edition. But yes, thank you very much for those of you who, not only for those of you who are here now, but those of you who are here a few minutes ago, and also those of you who stuck it out and stayed around during that little time, that little window of, huh? What happened? What happened was, yeah, I'm there with you. I was saying the exact same thing to myself. So I have to give credit and say, hey, give big shout outs to everybody who is here with us tonight. From the first round and into this next round of people that are here with us. Mars says, evening, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Yes, Mars, we are going to have to schedule a time for a kind of a preview to talk about all that is coming up for World Meat in 2026. I know you got a lot of things in the works, so we don't want to do like an interview about that quite yet, because we don't want to be able to be like, well, we don't know yet. We want to be able to tease everybody with all the stuff. So we'll make sure that we get that taken care of for sure. Bearded Repos here. I'm here. Hey, y'all. Yeah, he is. He has made it just in time, says. Your buddy's hanging out with us as well. I know Buddy was bummed when we went off the air for a second there, but we're back. Breaking Normal, the journey. I'm just going to keep using that name. I tell you all, I'm going to use your names that are on your YouTube channel, even if I know you otherwise. But I got to, hey, if you guys aren't following that channel, our brother there, Breaking Normal, the journey, find him and follow him, because he's going to start, he's going to be progressing through some things, it sounds like, on his journey. So very cool. But yeah, we're going to be pushing through here for sure. Yes, Mars says this was the Hump Day edition. Yes, and the Oops Day edition, but now the Hump Day edition for sure. We're doing it. Doing an amazing job. Love Turtle, amazing human. Yeah, man. Yeah. I had a great conversation with him, and you're going to find out about that in just a few minutes, but you know him. You know, good dude. Yeah, we must have, something about it, Mars. We must have overloaded the Wednesday. I don't know what to tell you. But we are back, and we are flying along here. And we are up and running. So, real quick, I just want to say, one of the things I try not to. I actually am very against, because I want this to be a podcast about unity. I want this to be a podcast about positivity and all the cool things that are going on in BV. And so I try to keep all the politics and stuff out. But something happened earlier today, and I just felt like I can't just ignore the fact that this out-and-out assassination didn't happen. I don't care what your political views are, what part of the spectrum you're on, if you're in the States or not. No one should ever be losing their life because of their political beliefs and their personal beliefs. So today there is a family that's in mourning. There are friends and family that are in mourning for a senseless crime, a senseless act. Seems like every day we have more and more of those. But this one, it was super publicized. And we had another one where a woman lost her life recently, very publicly. Cameras are everywhere now. And unfortunately, we live in a day where we're going to continue to see video footage of horrendous acts that happen. And I wish that weren't the case, because now you can't go anywhere on social media the last 2 days without seeing these things. And I understand that there's a side of people that says we should be opening our eyes to these things, to see them and see the horrific nature of what they are, so that we understand that they're happening. And I get that part of it, but not everybody needs to see that stuff. And there's families in mourning. There are people who are losing their lives for absolutely senseless acts. And so my hope is that we can see it for what it is. We can come together in a better place and be able to have some sort of a dialogue. After all, that's pretty much what this gentleman was doing. But we need to be able to be respectful of each other's beliefs, and it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of that going on anymore. Everybody wants to shut everybody else up and make sure that you understand and you hear their beliefs, and they want to make sure that you understand how wrong you are. And that doesn't solve anything. We can't progress as a society in that way ever. So I had to acknowledge it. There are families in mourning today for the senseless acts that have happened in the last few days. So my thoughts and prayers are with those families and those loved ones and the friends of those that have been lost in these senseless acts. Absolutely. Thank you for allowing me a couple minutes just to speak on that and get it off my heart. What's there? Yeah. All right. Well, so we're going to regroup here. The project that I have been working on for some time, and it seems like every episode I need to mention this a little bit. The film, still on pace. For if you haven't heard, the plan for now is, if you are going to be attending in Northern Indiana on the weekend of October 18th, if you're going to be in town on Friday night, the meet and greet night of the Return of Ezra Crow event here in Northern Indiana, you will be the first to see the film. The plan is that the film will be released locally here to those in attendance first, as a thank you for everybody that's coming to our event, and hopefully it will meet people's expectations. I reached out the last couple of weeks, and I've been asking people to share with me your favorite photos of brotherhood, your favorite photos of charity, your favorite videos. Yes, at one time I was very opposed to sending me any vertical videos that everybody takes now for Instagram and all the social medias, but I've found a way that I can utilize some of those now. So if you have some really cool brotherhood moments, if you have some really cool charity moments, or both, or just incredibly special moments that you have seen, that you have witnessed in BV, and you want to send those to me, absolutely, please do. Send them to just reach out to me, and I'll tell you the best way to send it to me, because these are the things that I want to be able to show. And even though the formal interviews and stuff, I've got some stuff to finalize with some of those, but aside from that, I have a lot of open space where I want to try to fill some space with some B-roll footage, with background music, things like that, or some B-roll that can go over the top of somebody else speaking about charity or brotherhood or things like that. So I'm always looking for some of those moments that we can share that are just that to the naked eye, to the person that doesn't know BV, the person that hasn't been around us, that we can show them what we're about and the moments that we have. So, and that truly show people that heart, right? The heart of a villain. It all comes back around, doesn't it? It all comes back around. So that's what I'm looking for. If you know of any, if you've seen some in your social medias and it's not your chapter, reach out to that other chapter. If you remember seeing something, and say, hey, hit up BP, send them that video, send them those photos, because that would be really important to me. The other thing that I'm going to continue to ask is, in time, probably in the next month or so, I'm going to be pushing. And I asked this about a year and a half ago, but so much has changed in BV and also within our chapters. I want to get one good quality photo of every one of our chapters. I know it probably won't happen. Not everybody's going to send in a photo, but I do want to try to get a good quality chapter photo of everybody, of each one, of at least one chapter photo from each chapter, to include at some point in the film. So keep that in mind, please, too. If you're going to be getting ready to do any kind of photos in the next couple of weeks, I would say, or if you have any that you've had in the last year, that would be awesome. Just to send in. And I will catalog those and put them away so that I have them for the film when I need to edit that part in there. So thank you guys so much for all of that. I do appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mars. I can always count on Mars, right? Can always count on Mars. Geez, people shutting down other people's opinions. Sounds like Captain's chat. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. I'm still a member of that chat, but I don't remember the last time I actually said anything in there. It may have been the one time I tried to defend myself when somebody else was saying something about me and I got tired of it. So I just stopped talking. But yeah, it's been a bit since I've been there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody come up to Northern Indiana. We've got some surprises. If you've been to the Return of Ezra Crow event in the past, you may see some things that are familiar. But that's kind of what it's all about. Some familiar things, some new things each year, things being added, and it's always just going to be a great time. So, absolutely, I'm just talking to myself. I love that. I love that YouTube handle. I'm just talking to myself. Got to send some Four Corners pick to you. I love it. Please do. Please do. Sounds great. We will make sure we get them in there. All right. Well, guys, I don't want to delay any further this awesome conversation that I had with Turtle coming up. I noticed that they had an event coming up, and it's funny because I said I don't remember. I couldn't remember because at the big meets, and in the last really big meet that I went to was World Meet in Louisiana last year, and there at the meet and greet, I met so many people, and so many people for the first time, that it just becomes a blur, especially when there's that many people there in a 2-hour period of time, 2.5-hour period of time. You're meeting faces, you're saying hi real quick, and then everybody goes about their way, and you see somebody else, and so it's hard to see, right? It's hard to remember people. It's hard to talk. And so I think, as Turtle pointed out, I think we had a conversation for about 10 seconds. May have said hi there at the World Meet weekend in Louisiana. But this is the first time I got him on the show. And so it was very cool to talk to him and learn about the things that are going on with the Rocky Mountain chapter, but also so that we can spread a little love with what they've got coming up in the future, and we can continue to support them. So without further ado, join with me now and check out this interview I had with Turtle. We're talking Rocky Mountain villains. Okay, I have a first-time guest on this show. I don't even know if we've ever really had a conversation outside of chatting. Have we? I don't know. I don't know. Have we? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's one of these stupid things where I have to correct myself. But I know it hasn't been on the program, I don't believe. First timer probably here with the show. I'm talking with Turtle, the capo of the Rocky Mountain Villains. How you doing?
Good, VP. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I have not had you on the show before, have I?
No, sir, you have not. I think the only time we possibly might have met was at World's Meet this past year in Louisiana.
Okay,
If
yeah,
you went.
last
If
year.
not, then we haven't.
Yeah, it would have been last year, and it would have been like in quick passing because I didn't actually go to the actual event. It would have been at the big shindig Friday night. So,
Correct. Yeah, I think very briefly.
very briefly. Oh, that was there were so many people there that night, and it was such a cool thing.
Pretty chaotic.
Yeah, it was super chaotic, but it was cool. It was really cool. I talked to a few people that said that they had more fun at the meet and greet than they did at the actual event. So, I'm sure that's not the same case for everybody, but it was really tightly packed in there. It was very, very tightly packed, elbow to elbow, I guess you'd say. But that's not why we're here.
Yeah.
That's not why we're here. We're here to talk about your chapter because I haven't had a chance to really spotlight you guys. I know that once you got your 501 and everything situated, you're officially the Rocky Mountain Villains. But I just want to start. I know you have an event coming up here soon, but I just want to start. Let's kind of roll back a little bit if you can. Tell us a little bit about you guys and what you guys have been up to lately.
Yeah, so Rocky Mountain Villains, or Rocky Mountain Bearded Villains, was the original Colorado chapter. We were brought together in 2015, and we split off between us and Pikes Peak back in 2016. There was some rough waters in between there, but we've mended ways, and we're actually going to be doing some stuff here in the near future, collaborating with Pikes Peak. and it's going to be really great. I'm the captain. I've been the captain since September of, I guess, actually a year now that I'm thinking about it. And man, we've been really just pushing, and we want to be out there in the world. And then, yeah, getting merch and getting stuff to do and all kinds of great things.
Okay, so for those who are not familiar, give me a little bit of a laydown of where you guys are at. Um, where you're at in the state, and what your area is.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of, our area is Colorado. I mean, we really don't. There was, like I said, the the line between Pikes Peak and us was about Monument Hill, which is about halfway north south between us and Colorado Springs.
Okay.
We said we'd take everything north of Monument, which would go all the way up to almost Wyoming, and then they would take everything south almost to New Mexico. Granted, we do have brothers that are in the Springs that are a part of Rocky Mountain Villains, and granted, they have brothers that are part of Pikes Peak that live up here.
But you know what? I think that's a really cool thing that you guys are able to work that out. I know that there's currently, actually, right now, I think there's some rumblings going on in the scout world about the jurisdiction stuff and things like that. And I'm just like, hey, if somebody wants to be a part of something else and they don't want to be a part of this, why is it a big? Let's just deal with it, and let's let everybody be happy. That way, they can be where they need to be. I kind of like
Yeah, I
that
mean,
that
the big,
aspect of things.
the biggest thing is, who brought you in? If your friend from the Springs is the one that brought you in, then why would we take you from your friend that you already know?
Right.
That's kind of silly and pointless. I mean, if and also at the same time, if I go down to the Springs and hey, you want to come up to Denver, a 2-hour drive every single day, but don't know anybody, it's kind of like, no, why don't you stay down there and talk to these guys? They're great guys anyway, so why not?
Yeah. No, I'm a big believer in that. And everybody has their own journey, Everybody has their own path that they're going to create through this thing, and it's what works best for those people, and so I'm a big believer in that. But that's awesome, man. So
Yep.
now that you
Yeah.
have your 501 and you're off and running now, what's going to be the path moving forward? What are you planning on doing here for us? For all the people that are like, are we going to get some merch? Or what can we get our hands on? What are we going to do?
But we just got a website set up. Our Lieutenant Jeremy is heading that out. It's actually up, live and running. It's www.rockymountainvillains.com. Go
That
check us
makes
out.
it
We got
simple.
hats there, or we got shirts. We have patches, stickers, and hopefully, possibly in the very near future,
Oh boy. Look at
we
that.
just got these actually this past week. Yeah, it's Rocky Mountain Villains cross swords, cross picks actually.
Right, right, right. That's a great design, man. That's a great
But
design.
thank you. Yeah, we're really excited about them. Like I said, we just got them um, this past weekend actually, while we were all up at Four Corners.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
they were done by our brother down there in the Springs, Roger Mack. He's a Pikes Peak villain, or just a villain now. He's been working on pretty much his work as doing these hats. He did the hats for Louisiana, the World Meet actually,
Okay.
and some of the patches, and so yeah, he's awesome, incredible work.
So he's going full on into merch world.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
he really
great.
is.
That's great. Hey, if it's something you can really have a passion about and it's something you can make a living at, man, go for it. Because, there's so many companies out there that just do kind of crap work, and it's good when you can find people that you trust and you know that they do good work. So definitely, that's awesome to hear.
Exactly right.
All right, well
Yeah.
let's talk for a second about the reason really why I wanted to get you on, because I know there's been a little flyer that's been floating around because you guys have something coming up here in the very, very near future. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so very near, as in this Saturday, we're going to be doing our very first beard competition. It's going to be directly affecting or directly going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and the Out of the Darkness Walk. The Out of the Darkness Walk with AFSP has been our charity for the past since 2015. I mean, every year we do the walk with them. And this year I was calling to see if I could figure out what day they're doing it so that we could plan around it for Four Corners, which we just did, because we
Mm-hmm.
always do the weekend prior. And was able to actually talk to the main charity woman who runs the Denver, Colorado charity walk, and got to talk to her really good. And she said, we got it set in stone. This is the place. This is the time every year from here on out. I was like, great. We want to do something more, not just raise money and go walk the lake with you guys, but something else. And she said, sure. What would you be interested in doing? And I just kind of popped in my head. I said, how about a beard competition? And she said, do it. She said, no holds bar from us. Do what you need to do. Um, and we'll be there to support. So set the date, talk to a couple of establishments in and around the Denver area, and landed on a place called Number 38. Have a huge kind of backyard patio place, and he's pretty much giving us the space for technically for free. You can buy a ticket and for $10, and you take that ticket to the bar, you get a free beer, and then we're gonna be essentially splitting the profits with him and the bar and with AFSP.
Wow. I mean, and it sounds like this kind of came together pretty quickly. I mean, once you decided you wanted to do it, you were able to make all those wheels in motion happen pretty fast.
Yeah, I have OCD. And I said, if I'm doing this, I don't want to be waiting until the last minute for things. And so I just pushed. I pushed and pushed. We found the spot, and once we found the spot, obviously, I mean, we already had the charity, so that was a no brainer. I was able to. So on the outside, in the quote unquote real world, I guess you could say, I am a truck driver for FedEx Freight.
Okay.
And one of my customers is down at the bottom of that flyer, the Hubbard Shoe Grease, and they make amazing shoe polish oil grease for leather and stuff like that. It's amazing stuff, all natural. But I talk to the guy every day, the guy that owns it. His name is Mike. He's a great guy. And I said, man, I'm looking to do this beard comp, and I'm like, I don't know what I should do or how we're going to raise the money. And he said, well, what do you need? I said, maybe some donation stuff. I don't know. He's like, all right, well, think about it and get back to me. And so I came back and I said, some product to donate would be great, and if you could help me out monetarily, that would be awesome. He said, okay, cool. How much do you need? I don't know, like $100, $200, to help us out. He goes, no, how much do you need? And I gave him the number and he wrote us a check.
Wow.
And he has he's been pretty much the supplier of the plaques that were getting made and the trophies that were getting made and some other little gifts and stuff like that we've had made by another brother actually. um it was amazing. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. He's a great guy. He's always down for charity work and helping out in the cause. And so yeah, it was a lot. It was awesome.
Wow. Okay. And this his name's Mike, and he's with. Say his company name again.
Yeah, it's Hubbard Shoe Grease. It's down at the
Hubbard
bottom
Shoe.
corner
Yeah.
of
Hubbard Shoe
of
Grease. I
the
just wanted
of
to make
the
sure I was going to say it the
flyer.
right way. Yeah.
Yeah, Hubbard Shoe Grease, and the company itself, the actual Hubbard Shoe Grease, has been around since God knows how long. But he's recently procured the company and has made it his, and he's doing it literally out of a shop at his house.
Wow.
So
Man,
yeah,
that's
he sells
what a cool
the product
partnership
all
you
over the
found.
world. Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible.
All right, man. We definitely. I mean, anytime we get somebody that just hands down and just goes, no, what do you need? I mean, we got to give props to that for sure. Hubbard Shoe
Yeah,
Grease, man. Mad props to you for stepping up and helping out when something needed to be done, and they needed a sponsor. So big shout out to Hubbard Shoe Grease, man. That's awesome. And the fact that it's like a mom and pop type of an organization. I mean, a company that's not, it's not a multi-million-dollar, it's
Exactly.
three offices in every state or something like that, but they're willing to step up like that. Big shout out to Mike, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, tell me, do you have, so we have the event itself planned. Can you tell me anything? Do you have anything special specifically planned around it? Are you going to be doing any kind of raffles or any of the other stuff that we sometimes see at these events?
Yeah, definitely be having a raffle. Once you buy your ticket to be a part of the Beard Comp, you can also buy raffle tickets. We're going to be doing them for $5 a ticket, and we've got a handful of little giveaways or raffle things. Our boys at Gibbs, we all know Gibbs and love Gibbs beard product. Chev has sent us an order that we're going to be giving away some product through who actually wins first, second, third place. But we're also going to be able to raffle some stuff away. I have another friend who donated a Blackstone grill. He's like, "What do you need?"
Oh,
I was like, "I don't know. Give me something cool." And he said, "How about a Blackstone?" I said, "Okay." That's awesome. I like that.
that's
We'll
great.
be giving away a whiskey set and a scotch set of with glasses that have our logo etched into them. Um, and yeah, I know I'm forgetting something there. I'm sure we'll probably be giving away some Rocky Mountain Villain merch as well and that kind of thing. So
Yeah. No, that's great, man. It sounds like I mean, for your first, and you said this is going to be your first event that you've actually
yeah,
hosted?
yeah, yeah. And I'm guessing I guess I'm the host. That's the only thing I really didn't think about. Like, hey, who's gonna get up there and talk? I'm like, oh, that's gonna be me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be great at it, man. That's awesome. All you got to do is get up and it's family. So you're just speaking from the heart, and
Right. Exactly.
you know the organization you're there to support. You know what your guys are all about. So you just get up and you just speak from the heart, and there's nobody there that's going to be watching you, listening to you that wants you to fail or wants to laugh at you like that. So you just get up and you do your thing, and you be awesome at it, man. I'm sure it's going to be a great time.
I'll probably be too busy at myself. So
Yeah. If there's one thing I can tell you, and you've probably got lots of, I'm sure lots of commentary or recommendations on how to handle things, but the one thing I will say is when the day of the event gets here, stop stressing. It's here. It's ready to go. That's the time to enjoy it. The planning goes to the day before if you need to, but once the day gets there, don't stress about the little stuff. Things are going to happen. Things aren't going to go exactly as you plan. I know that for a fact. We've done that so many times, but all you can do is just roll with the punches and just move on and enjoy the time. It's more important. This is the one thing that I know we love to do when we do our events is that we tell people, we tell ourselves rather, and our own guys, it's more important that the people have a good time, and that's what we focus on rather than worrying about the little things that may not have happened like we wanted them to. But if they walk away
yeah,
knowing that
absolutely.
that they had a great time, they'll be back, and that's what you want to do. So, and I'm sure,
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
you guys are gonna have an awesome time with it. That's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great, I'm sure.
Well, I definitely want you to let me know, give me a follow up after the fact, and let me know, send some pictures and whatnot, and let me know how things went for you. And the cool part about it
Definitely.
is now, once you do it the one time, then it can become an annual thing, and you can build on it after that,
Yes.
and then it's a thing you look forward to every year. And yeah, that's exciting, man. That's really exciting.
Yeah, definitely excited about that. Like I said, I know everybody gives me a hard time about saying the first annual. Like, don't you have to have more than one to be annual? I'm like, yeah. I'm getting there. Don't worry.
I didn't want to say it. I'm a huge
Yeah,
grammar is a big thing for me, and so that's the first thing that I saw when I saw that poster. I was like, yeah, that's not really correct. It has to be inaugural unless it's
that's
the
not
second.
correct. I know.
But hey,
It's
it is
foreshadowing.
what it is. It is what it is. There's professional sign makers that do that, and they swear by it. No, it's okay. So whatever it
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
it's just It's just one of those little weird grammar pet peeves of mine. But I didn't want to say anything, so I'm glad
Yep.
you did.
I get it. I get it. I get
That's
it.
funny. That's great. Well, man, I'm excited for you. It's always a good time when you're able to do this kind of thing for your first time, and I know it sounds like you have a great bunch of support system there for you, and the charities, right
Absolutely.
behind you. And I'm sure when you said you wanted to do a beard comp, they probably was like, okay, but what's that? That's the first
Yeah.
response from you, because people that aren't in the bearding community, they're like, what? Huh? A beard comp? And you have to go through
You
it's
do
just a fun
that?
time, and yeah, that's a thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once a year, a news story goes on about some national beard comp, and it's all over the news for a day.
Right.
And that's when most people ever hear about it. But no, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Good partnership. And Hubbard Shoe Grease. That's awesome.
Yes.
And Gibbs too, man. Gibbs, I got to give them a shout out too, because Gibbs Chev has been a huge sponsor for us for our event each year too. So very cool that you've
Yeah. Chev's the man.
partnered up with
Always
him.
one to count on for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you may not hear from him or see him every once every 6 months or a year, because he's busy all the time. But hey, when you reach out, man, he's like, yep, what you need. So I love it.
He comes through for sure. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Turtle man, keep me posted, man, on everything. I look forward.
I will.
I'll be out traveling around this weekend myself, so I won't. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to be there. One of these days, I got to get over there to you guys.
That'd be awesome.
I've been saying I got to get to Four Corners for the last 6 years, but the timing is always rough because of getting kids back to school and everything else. So.
Yeah, you would have had a blast this year. You'll have a blast the next time when you do come. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I've always said Four Corners would be great, but BP is going to be rolling up in an RV. I don't.
Right.
My tent camping days have long since passed. It's not a pretty sight. So.
I think a majority of us are getting to that point where, hey, that ground is awfully hard.
I don't care I don't care if you. It's funny because I always say, the last time I did do tent camping, it was up at an event in Michigan, and I bought a brand new tent, and it was supposed to be one of these like 4-person, like a teepee tent, and it barely fit like a double mat. I put an air mattress, a double air mattress in there, barely even fit that. I was by myself,
Yeah.
and in the middle of the night when I had to get up to go pee, I felt like I was Chris Farley trying to get out of a trunk. Fat guy, little coat or something like that, trying to get up and get out of that thing. I slept in my car the rest of the night, man. It was bad. So, yeah, it wasn't a good night. So that was my vow to said no more, never again will I tent camp. I'll rent an RV first. So
absolutely,
that's the hope. But one day I'll be able to do that. I'll roll in there with the RV, and so one of these days, man.
Very
I'm
cool,
excited
man.
for you.
We'd more than glad to have you.
Yeah, I love it. Keep us posted for sure on everything. I can't wait to see. Feel free, if you want to, go live. If you have the manpower and somebody to do the camera for you, go live for a couple of the portions of it and whatnot. If there's a way for people to be able to donate somehow to the cause, if there's a way for you to take in monies outside of the event, possibly, feel free to throw those up on social media, and I'll see if I can help promote that for you as well, man.
Yeah, I believe if anybody does want to donate outside of Colorado or anything like that, if you go to our website, like I said, RockyMountainVillains.com, I believe there is a link on there that should say AFSP or American Foundation for Suicide Prevention or Out of the Darkness. It's all the same. It's all the same thing. And then just click on there, and it should take you to the Rocky Mountain Villains page of AFSP, and there should be a little donate link on there.
Oh, great. Okay, good. So there's a way. Perfect. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We have our marching orders. We need to step up and pass the word around and help these guys out with an awesome time this weekend and help them raise some good money.
Fantastic, BP. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Glad to help. All right. Thank you so much for taking some time out today, and we will. Let's hope we can get some support out there for you for sure.
Yes, sir. I know the brothers always come through, so I appreciate you guys.
All right. We will talk to you later. Can't wait to hear about how things went, man.
All right, BP. We'll talk to you after Saturday.
You bet. Take care.
Thank you. All right.
All right, there it is. Turtle, thank you so much, man, for taking some time out. Good to talk to you. Good to talk to you. I can't wait to hear how things go, man. It's always it's you're juggling balls up in the air, that first event. So I know it's going to be a blast for you. I know, and hopefully you won't even worry about all the stress that for the next couple of days. Maybe let it bother you a little bit, and just kind of you get you said you got your OCD, so let that run you for a couple of days more. But when the day gets here, man, just go out and enjoy it and have a good time with it. I want to challenge you guys. Hey, if you're still listening, or if you're listening on a regular podcast platform here in the next couple of days before their event kicks off on Saturday, I would love to see a handful of us at least get $5, $10 donated to their event, man. Show them a little bit of love. And man, if you think about it, head over to. I'm still impressed. I'm still impressed hearing about that Hubbard shoe grease, man. Whenever the 90s person in me, old lover of all things that was Forrest Gump, comes into play when I hear the word grease. And I think of his interview, Tom Hanks's interview. He used to talk about how he came up with the voice for Forrest Gump. And he said that he was talking to the young boy that was playing the part, and he had such a really thick accent. And so just talking to him, listening to how he naturally talked, is how he came up with the accent to mimic him. And he actually mimicked the kid. And when he started talking about shoe grease, there's lots of things to do with grease. Every time I hear that, and that's a bad impression, I know, but it's still kind of funny. But yeah, give a shout out, man. If you need anything to do with cleaning your shoes or polishing your shoes, anytime we have an organization or a company that steps up in that big of a way and just says, "What do you need?" and is willing to step up for one of our chapters like that and just say, "What? No. What do you need?" Not take the easy way out, but what do you need? We need to come from far and wide to support that. That effort. So if you have any need for, I don't know, just go out to their website. I think it was hubbards.com, HUBERDS.com. Get out there and just see what you can, if there's something you can buy to support that company, because that's an awesome thing, for sure. But thank you again, Turtle. Great interview, and can't wait to hear back from you on how things went. So let's kick this little thing off right here. Whether you're navigating the rugged terrain of the great outdoors or conquering the concrete jungle of the urban landscape, Bigfoot Beard Company has you covered. Bigfoot products are made with natural ingredients designed to help maintain a healthy, rich beard without leaving it feeling greasy and heavy. From classic cologne-inspired fragrances to fruity notes and earthy tones, there's sure to be a scent for every occasion. With worldwide shipping available, why not take an opportunity to walk on the wild side? Head over to Bigfoot Beard Company today. That's www.bigfootbeardco.com. Again, that's www.bigfootbeardco.com. All right. Now, before we left today, I wanted to give a shout out because I wanted to get back to one of the things that we used to do here on the show a lot. Is we used to give shout outs to chapters that were stepping up, doing things in the community and whatnot. And I know it's a struggle for me to sometimes see everything because, heck, as you know, if you follow Facebook or you follow Instagram, you know the algorithms work against us. If you look for about 10 seconds at some comedian, or if you look at for about 10 seconds at some sports page or something like that, or it could be some random thing, right? These algorithms just start feeding you all that crap. And all the friends that you used to follow, all the brothers you used to follow, all the chapters you used to follow, they all start to seem to disappear from your algorithm, from your page, and you have to start searching for them. So there's a reason why, some of you have asked this before, there's a reason why I don't follow a lot of people, a lot of brothers specifically, from the Heart of a Villain Instagram page, okay? That's why I try to just follow chapters so that I don't do a whole lot of anything else on that Instagram page, so that I don't mess with with that algorithm on there. If I search for things, if I'm looking for things, I do that from the personal BP page, but not from the Heart of a Villain page, because I want my feed to constantly still have BV stuff in it and chapter stuff. For some reason, though, it knows me and it knows what I do on the other page, on the BP page, and so I've noticed that it filters out more and more of the BV stuff that I want. So it makes it more difficult for me to find all of the stuff that our chapters are doing. Like, I'm having a more difficult time than ever. So if your chapter is doing something really cool, if you're doing a walk, if you're doing a relay for life, if you're doing a bed build for sleep in heavenly peace, if you're doing any kind of charity efforts at all, remember, it's not about bragging. It's about spreading the cool stuff that we're doing as chapters out there to help better our communities and the people in them. And so please get out there and take a picture or two and share it with me. Send it to me so I know what we can do with that for sure. I would love to see that. So without further ado, though, for that, I have to share this little bit here from BV Pennsylvania East. They did the suicide prevention walk just recently, and mad props to them for that. But I saw these pictures come up in my feed, and I had to make sure I spliced them out to share. So big props to BVPA East on your suicide prevention walk recently. Guys, that's going to do it, man. That's all I've got for you today. I know some of you just recently joined. Dave and Chris, good to see you here. We're going to be back next week, man. Hopefully I'll be able to talk with Chris about the upcoming ECM, but can't wait for that. So we're going to be back again next week. We're going to aim for next Thursday night for episode 245. But guys, hey, that's going to do it. That's going to wrap up episode 244. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, a safe weekend coming up. I want to challenge you always that I do every week, guys, to be the villain that the world needs you to be, because the heart of a villain never stops beating. And the most important words I say every week, please remember them well. Just remember this, please. It's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. Guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. Episode 244 in the books. See you back next week for episode 245. Until then, take care and stay safe.
Every chapter, every caption, heart of a villain, bro, lights,